sometimes I just have no idea what I want to upload, what kind of video I want to make for YouTube on a day. And then I always find myself looking in the same directions when it comes to creating a video. Do I feel like creative? Because if so, I tend to want to draw something. And when I sit down to draw something, a lot of times I default to like a Pokemon Fusion generator, which is a lot of fun because you don't have to come up with something creative and to get some cool results out of that. But lately I haven't felt too creative and I haven't done it in a while. It comes back right now, so I definitely want to do something with like drawing Pokemon Fusions again. But that is an idea that I always have, but I just need to be in the right mood for that. So even though it's a great idea, I don't always act on that. Another thing that I often find myself gravitating towards is why not just make a weird quiz? Because weird quizzes are easily found, they're entertaining and they're actually low maintenance. You just sit down, you go through the questions, have some quips about stuff, and you have your video. Really easy stuff, get some interesting and or fun things out of that depending on what kind of quiz you do. But then I thought, you know what, how about this time I'm just not gonna do one of my typical things and just show you the process of how I get to a video idea. And that is why I'm here today, in the void. There's nothing interesting going on behind me. Unless we're gonna do something. And that is, I'm gonna show you a little bit of the sites that or search phrases I just go through that bring me to some interesting places that I visit to get some video ideas. So the first thing that I tend to go for, because it's always interesting and there's so much crazy stuff out there, is just type into Google weird websites. And that literally is everything I do. Just put that in and Google will spit out a lot of stuff that gives you just weird websites that you can visit. 126, 50, 10, 40. A lot of them will have approximately some of the same websites. And they can just go through stuff and find some interesting stuff, and it helps with making some content because there's some really weird things out there. Another website by itself that can help you generate just some interesting videos is Take Me to a Useless Website, also called the Useless Web. And that is literally just, you have a button, you click it and you get brought to a different website. Another thing that I tend to do is just type in weird quizzes. And then I just take a look at what I find. A lot of the times you will find BuzzFeed, you also will find stuff from ClickHole. And there you have a whole smorgasbord of weird things that you can just click through and have a chuckle at. Again, quizzes bring you a lot of interesting questions and or things to act up on. So quizzes are actually a really nice and easy way to make some fun videos because of the weird nature of some of them. Another thing that I default to when I try to figure out what video I could do is I take a look at a site that's called Days of the Year. And on that website you can just literally go and have a look at what day is like celebrated today and what you could do for that day. Is there something interesting going on? Is there something that you could make a video about? So these are like the big things that I go to on Google that help me figure out what kind of video I can do if I don't have an idea. Another thing that helps people is what YouTube video should I make? And then they get 20 good ideas for YouTube videos in 2023. And there's a lot of stuff that 100% will help you that is going towards the trending side, something that's more a business kind of side I wanna say, but stuff that is kind of interesting. I guess actually, basically, looking at that, my video kind of falls into the behind the scenes and an explainer video. But yeah, overall, if I'm not like focused on one thing that I already want to do, then these are the things I go through. if I feel like it, I also might sit down and just play another game for the channel and say like, this Saturday we're just gonna have a game. If I want to make something really creative, I get to sit down and just make something really creative. If I feel like I want to have something a little bit more easier on myself, then I can go and find myself some content that is easier for me to produce. And if I want to get artsy, then I'm gonna get heckin' artsy. Doesn't matter. That is essentially some of the methods that I use to get some video ideas. Another thing that helps is get some input from an outside view. It's fun to brainstorm with different people. This is essentially what I want to say. Let people help you out a little bit. Maybe someone has a weird idea that you think to yourself, oh, that could work. And if you are the kind of person that does not need any of that and is just, I always know what I want to do, good on you. Hey, that's the beauty of it. Sometimes you just don't need any help and you just know what to do. I for myself have kind of a clear vision of what I want to do, but sometimes it's nice to have some fallback lines and be like, I can need a little bit of help right now. Take your time, figure out what you want to do, and have fun with it. I'm just gonna end this video like that. I don't have a good way to end this off. Cold cut, I guess.